Good morning, Riverside. I'm Rueben Martinez, Chair of the Education Commission, member of Church Council, and co-convener with Sumiti Devadat of Lift Every Voice and Vote, a joint ministry of the Education and Mission Social Justice Commissions.
I'm Hilda Clarke, a committee member of Lift Every Voice and Vote, standing in for Sumiti. We are here to offer you the invitation to give and serve, and to inform you about Lift Every Voice and Vote. This ministry focuses on voting rights, issue discussions, and civic participation. In this season of Lent, as we take stock of our efforts to respond to God's call to serve all people, we would like to draw your attention to the people in New York City's most marginalized communities. Many of the people do not vote as they struggle day to day to just survive, and sadly, believe their vote will make no difference. These are often the very people who are being relentlessly degraded and dehumanized by cuts to much-needed public services.
Lift Every Voice and Vote aims to reverse this situation. We will continue to educate our congregation on critical public issues and work to increase general voter participation in New York City. But we are now reaching out to underrepresented and underserved communities. Our focus is on voter registration, voter suppression, encouraging participation in Census 2020, and identifying their concerns. As stated by Jesus in Matthew chapter 25, verse 40, "Truly I tell you, whatever you did for one of the least of these brothers and sisters of mine, you did for me."
At this moment, we want to contribute to an accurate Census 2020 count, particularly from communities that underreported in 2010. To this end, we are partnering with Community Voices Heard, an outstanding advocacy group comprised of women of color and low-income families, whose members lobby to secure racial, social, and economic justice. Together, we will address the concerns and fears of our neighbors whose voices have not been heard, and persuade them to fill out their forms so that their needs are addressed. We will have the option of door knocking in these areas or making phone calls. We hope through this effort to build long-term relationships. We invite you to join us at the training session for this work on Tuesday, March 3rd from 6:30 to 8 o'clock p.m. in 9T. March 3rd from 6:30 to 8 o'clock p.m. in 9T. More information about this event is in the Life of the Community.
Lift Every Voice and Vote is one of numerous ministries in our church. Like Abraham, we hear God's call through Jesus Christ for this moment and into the future. What will you do to include the excluded in the embrace of God's love, to make real the promise that all are invited to Christ's table? As we celebrate Riverside's 90th year, we urge you to get involved in a church program supporting the work of justice, and we ask you to support that work through your generous offerings. For those of you worshiping online, you can give through our website or through the mail.